You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point. Welcome back, friends. Today's story, Gone Too Early. Growing up in the quiet hum of Anderson, South Carolina, a young boy named Chad had a mind that worked like a compass and always pointed towards the future. He didn't want the spotlight. He certainly didn't want the stage. He wanted to build things, to be an architect, or maybe working quietly behind the scenes as a writer. He was a quiet boy, observant, and then came his junior year of high school. A time usually reserved for getting a driver's license, worrying about prom, and looking for a college. But tragedy struck. A classmate of Chad's was shot and killed. The school was paralyzed. The community was heartbroken. Now, Chad could have grieved in silence, but that quiet, observant boy felt a sudden, irresistible pull to build something out of the shattered pieces. But not with bricks and mortar, as an architect would, but with words. He wrote a play. He called it Crossroads. And he didn't just write it, he staged it right there in his high school. For the first time, Chad saw the immense power of the story. He saw how stepping into someone else's shoes could heal a room full of hurting people. Still, he wanted to be the one writing the stories, not the one acting in them. He went off to college to study directing. In fact, he had only signed up for acting classes because he figured understanding the actor's perspective would make him a better director. But his teacher saw something else, a rare, quiet gravity. She pushed him to step out from behind the curtain. It took years of scraping by, writing plays in Brooklyn, teaching acting to kids in Harlem, waiting for a break that seemed like it would never come. But that boy who built a play out of grief eventually built a legacy out of grace. He stepped into the shoes of a prisoner, a barrier-breaking baseball player in 42, the hardest working man in show business, a trailblazing Supreme Court justice, and eventually a king, a hero who would inspire millions across the globe, all while fighting a quiet, devastating and entirely private battle of his own. You know him as the Black Panther. But before Wakanda, before the fame, before the world knew his name, he was just a grieving high schooler who decided to heal his community with a pen. The brilliant, the late Chadwick Boseman. And whether you realize it or not, this is The Landing Point. Viewers, thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They are a full-service real estate company doing both commercial and residential real estate. They can help you buy, sell, or even lease your properties. So if you're in the market looking for a real estate company, please go out and give them a call. They'll happily help you today. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our social media. Obviously, we have YouTube if you're watching that today. If you haven't done so already, please go out and subscribe. It is completely free to you. There's nothing that you'll be charged or your membership fees, but it does help us out so we can get our latest episodes to you quickly, and you can find out what's going on with YouTube. Our other place that we do a lot of our social media is on our Facebook page, The Landing Point. So please go out and like and subscribe or follow those, I guess I would say, so you get the latest updates. If you're a person that likes to listen to stories as you're out on the drive, we have our podcast. You can find The Landing Point out there, and it can be on most services. So once again, thank you for watching The Landing Point, and we look forward to see you on our next story.